Kobe's still mad at Shaq for eating McDoubles. And Gronk just showed us playing for the Patriots suck. And also, if you hate Hard Knocks this season, knock on wood. Let's go. What's good, my brother? Dog. Yo, we here, we live direct, and this is our segment called Just Win Maybe. This is the segment where we recap Hard Knocks every week. Now, what is your biggest takeaway from this week's episode?
Okay, I know it's a little bit redundant, but Antonio Brown and his helmet again,
If you talk about that helmet one more time.
Listen, it's
we know what's going on with the helmet.
Yo, man, like my head hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a little headache, you know what I'm saying, from this helmet. You feel a little bump on the side of my head, that's what I got, you know what I'm saying?
It's like I got a hickey, dog.
Also, you gonna tell me what I can't do?
Hey, that's a Florida boy. Don't correct my boy right there. But nah, I'm just tired of the Hard Knock season because this was supposed to be the one. It's John Gruden. He's back live. John Gruden has not disappointed me this season. I like John Gruden. He's really holding up the show, but everything else has been lackluster. I do not like this season. I stopped myself from cursing. I do not like this season at all. It's really been boring. There's no really stories. You're not getting after everything. You had AB there. AB's not there. The helmet situation. And really, it just hasn't been good.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. I mean, even because there's some like characters on like Hard Knocks that they try to like push and stuff. The Raiders have no characters this year.
Yeah, it's just
besides Antonio Brown and like Derek Carr and John Gruden.
Yeah.
And the TV boys. Well, Mike Mayock too. He has some moments in there too. But like other than that, I'm really not intrigued with the season at all.
True, but let's talk about some things that did happen. The Raiders, they went to Canada, they played in Winnipeg. I don't know why you would do that. Now, NFL, you should never play in Winnipeg ever again in your life because obviously they had to play on an 80-yard field. The reason because they had to move the goalpost back. If you don't know anything about the CFL, they don't play on a shorter field, but the field goal is...
It's a wider field as well.
Yeah, but the field goal is in front of the goal line. I don't understand Canadian football. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know why we don't play regular football, but obviously they had to play an 80-yard field because a 100-yard field wasn't safe for them. Now, cool. And then also, the Canadian national anthem doesn't slap. It doesn't slap. And don't get it twisted, the American national anthem doesn't slap either. But I'm just saying, I'm good on all that type of shit. I feel like we should never go to Canada ever again in our life because we don't need to see teams play on 80-yard fields.
Or watch a dwelling basketball team without Kawhi Leonard anymore either as well. I just wanted to add that in there since we don't like Canada. We don't like Canada, you know what I'm saying?
So wait. I like Canada. Don't ban me for Canada. I'm gonna go 6. I'm trying to go to Toronto and shit like that. And you wanna ban him, but I'm trying to go to Canada.
I forgot. We can't hate Canada. You know, they got free healthcare and stuff like that. I'm an idiot.
Yes, you are.
I'm an idiot.
Big idiot over here.
Also, too, what other takes you had off from Hard Knocks? You know
I have nothing. Hard Knocks is terrible. That's
also,
what I got.
too, big shout out to Darren Waller. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the whole rehab thing. You know what I'm saying? I want him to get right because I have him in fantasy football. So also, I want his mind to be.
They released a clip of John Gruden running around.
We're gonna just kind of chase him a little bit. When I call out a color, like red, who do you think I'm throwing it to? If I say orange, who am I throwing it to? All right, here we go. We'll go on.
Off of you.
Ellie. Orange! Woo! Hey, Peterman. Down, Mike! Let's go! Hey, Paul! Good job, Paul. There you go. Orange! I just got over a hamstring.
I told Ole, I said, I think Coach Gruden just wanted to run himself today.
I did.
Hey man, I just want to say that Gruden's more athletic than Eli. That's a fact. He is.
Why we gotta take it there?
We do have to take it there.
We didn't have to take it there like that. I mean, listen, you're not wrong, but you're not right either. How about that?
It's Daniel Jones.
Like that.
It's Daniel Jones season.
You mean Danny Dimes?
Hey, moving along.
That's that boy.
Hey, Gronk. Gronk is into CBD, baby.
Salute.
Now, if you don't know, Gronk came out yesterday. He had a little press conference and he was crying.
But I want to be clear to my fans. I needed to recover. I was not in a good place. Football was bringing me down, and I didn't like it. And I was losing that joy in life, like the joy. I'm sorry right now, but
Now, listen, man. This just shows you playing for the Patriots suck.
Dudes would rather get high and pay for than rather play for the Patriots. I mean, I get it. Shout out Josh Gordon.
But yo, this goes along with people saying, like, when you go and you play for the Patriots, it's different than other organizations. That's why if you look at like Patricia and he tried to take that same structure to the Detroit Lions, people didn't like that. The only team that can do that is the Patriots, and playing for the Patriots is not fun. Yes, it gets the job done, but obviously it takes a toll on you, and Gronk showed that. Listen, you are the best tight end to ever play in the league ever, and you're not having fun, that is a problem.
I agree too. Watching Gronk in that light was kind of intriguing to me, just because he's not the typical Patriots player that's very, stoic and they're very stern about business. Gronk's all about having fun.
Yeah.
And the fact that he said that he was not having fun playing for the Patriots was kind of like, wow, it was an eye opener.
It was a beautiful thing to me because that means he's not coming back. He's out of shape. He's very skinny. He's like my size now. So at this point, as a Jets fan, I'm just happy. I'm happy that you got your happiness now. You're not playing for that psychopath, Bill Belichick, and you're staying away from Tom Brady, my brother. Keep on the CBD. But also, I just want to make the point that he isn't the first person. I know he's probably he's the biggest, I guess he's a superstar, you could say.
Yeah, he's a superstar, correct.
He's the biggest out of all the people, but you have people like Al Harrington and even like Lamar Odom or Bubba Watson Bubba Watson has an endorsement with CBD.
Okay.
And Al Harrington has his own company and
correct.
He's been promoting, and he's had talks with David Stern, changing the way the NBA looks at marijuana and what it can do for players. So he's been one of those players that's been advocating for CBD. So Gronk isn't the first one.
And also too, I mean, just to throw out some scientific fact out there that marijuana, THC and CBD helps alleviate head trauma.
Yeah.
That studies have proven that.
Yeah.
So the fact that matters that, especially with the NFL and the whole concussion protocol and CTE, that being a whole big thing.
Yeah.
It could be a stepping stone into, deregulating, marijuana for the NFL.
Yeah, the NFL's stupid. But I just want to say, football is trash, football is whack, and I'm going to leave you with this. Football is so whack that Ricky Williams gave up millions to smoke weed.
Well, first of all, I don't agree that it was an Achilles heel. I kind of think it was more like spinach for Popeye.
David Irvin as well, too.
Yeah, that's a fact. Football is trash. Football is not fun. It's just a business. You're trying to get paid. And we're talking about football and new things coming up. And Carli Lloyd.
Carli Lloyd, yeah.
Carli Lloyd is a women's soccer player, right?
Correct. The national team.
Cool. She is actually considering being an NFL kicker. Now, she can kick some field goals, but the problem is she's actually considering going to the NFL. Now, there's been college women athlete kickers before, but it's a difference because they're strong at the college level, but now you're playing with elite level athlete, grown man strength. And the problem I have with that is like this. Yes, if she's on field goal, maybe you can get away with that. But if she's on kickoff and somebody takes a shot at her, bruh. And honestly, Keenan Allen voiced his opinion about this. And then I think Melvin Gordon followed up and agreed with his opinion about this. Keenan Allen basically said like, yo, what did he say?
He said, God forbid she's on kickoff and she gets caught, in between a running back or a cornerback. Like, what is she gonna do? Or even if she gets caught in the wedge between two blockers. Like, how is she going to adjust to that?
Yeah. And I just
said you gotta consider it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I understand like it's a different time. We're trying new things, and I'm happy for her. But I just feel like this isn't safe. Like this isn't safe. This isn't a good idea.
Honestly, not. But I can see her kicking field goals though. If she's just a field goal specialist, it makes sense because hey, listen, if Blair Walsh and Cody Parkey can get jobs, why can't she get a job? I'm just saying.
Hey man, shout out to them. But no, Bryan Bresee, the #1 player in the country, the #1 D tackle in the country, has committed to Clemson.
Congratulations.
Now the rich keep getting richer, and shout out to Bryan Bresee. Hey, if you don't know who Bryan Bresee is, go to Overtime IG and Overtime Season IG, shameless plug, and go look at his videos. Also, but look, Bryan Bresee is 6'5", 288 pounds, runs a 4.8. And the best thing about Bryan Bresee is his first step, his explosion onto the scene. I mean, not onto the scene, but on the field, his first step is incredible. So shout out to Dabo Swinney landing the #1 player. Yo, Clemson right beat. Hey, man, they didn't know Bama.
I think they're better than Bama. But I'm sorry. I had to take it there. And also, too, let's look at the track record of defensive linemen that Clemson's had, too. It's very underrated. You know, Grady Jarrett, you know what I'm saying? They're going to get Bryan Bresee. And honestly, those two guys are going to be like the new forefront of players that they have as well. And I forgot
those two guys. What do you mean two guys? You said Grady Jarrett. No, Grady Jarrett's in the NFL.
No, but I'm saying like
you said those two guys. You gotta check yourself.
I'm sorry. They're gonna set the trend of like more defensive players coming into Clemson because Clemson's known for like an offensive school. They get talent.
They got a lot of defensive players in the league. Don't do that.
Oh, the guy from the Raiders as well, and the guy from the Giants too.
The guy. Who are these people? You keep saying these guys. These guys. They're
rookies. They gotta prove.
The guy from the Raiders, the guy from the Rams, the guy from the Chiefs, the guy from the Chargers.
There's so many guys. They have.
Yeah, but Bryan Bresee is really elite. He is different, bro. You look 30. so you're out there, you're a man amongst boys, the generic thing to say, the cliche thing to say, you're a man amongst boys. So I'm happy to see you go to Clemson and do your thing. So shout out to you. Shout out Dabo. You created something
reloads
special.
And retools every single year, as always.
So we're gonna see Clemson versus Bama again for like the 4th time.
Clemson versus Ohio State. Book it.
I don't know about that. Moving along. Twitter streets. Listen, this is our segment where we talk about everything that's popping in the streets because we're in the Twitter streets. Twitter streets locked and loaded, baby. And another thing that just happened was Star Wars trailer just dropped. And whoa, that shit was fire.
I can't wait to see it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's an annual thing for me, you know, around Christmas time, you know, I go open presents, go shopping, then I go see Star Wars.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's great.
The trailer was fire, but I'm not excited because the last one that just came out was trash. Luke was on Percocet. He was on the Molly. He was on the bullshit, and it just wasn't good to me. The first one with J.J. Abrams directing was really good, and he's coming back for the last one. So they need to wrap this up, and he's gonna finish out strong, hopefully. But I also want to say, C-3PO. That's how you say it. His eyes were red, and everybody was saying he might be on the dark side. I think he was just high.
might have Michael Jordan Jaundice syndrome coming on. You know what I'm saying? He's been in the game for so long. It's about that time.
Yeah, he's drinking a couple of Hennessy's, and that's why his eyes are red. And also Ren, they've been teasing her being on the dark side for a long period of time. Now, I don't know if it's actually gonna happen, but there was a clip in the trailer where she opened up she had a red lightsaber.
Yeah.
And
it swung, it was kind of like a little Darth Maul-ish, but it was like, you know, it was kind of weird because it's like, you know how Darth Maul would just have the thing and would just shoot out?
Yeah.
Hers, like, it swung. It looked like a little nunchuck. It did like a little nunchuck feature to it. So that's kind of cool. They're introducing a new lightsaber into new Star Wars.
But listen, man, I'm just glad they're wrapping up Star Wars because I'm tired of that shit. And this is the thing that I hate about Star Wars. Star Wars, you had the perfect chance to rewrite the prequels and make it good. Because you know why? Because you could have made Jar Jar Binks the Sith Lord. And you didn't make Jar Jar Binks the Sith Lord. So now the prequels are still trash and you could have right your wrongs on that shit. Oh my God, you missed the opportunity. But shout out Star Wars, finally wrap it up because I'm tired of it. You don't need to see Star Wars. Star Wars is for old people. I'm not old.
I like Star Wars, it's not for old people.
Because you lame. Shout out Star Wars.
Damn, I am lame. I am.
Shout out to somebody that's not lame. Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is out here.
Boy, looking sharp. Hell yeah. That's that good work right there.
Yo, Kendrick Lamar, listen, man. I want to shout out to you because you're an athletic rapper. There's not too many. Let's cut to another clip of a non-athletic rapper boxing. Yo, I don't know who you want to beat up, Kendrick Lamar, but shout out to you because you got perfect form and technique, and you're really out here and you're doing your thing. So shout out to you.
He was hitting the he. I'm like, okay, he bought it. Hey, listen, better than Adrian Broner.
Nah, but shout out to you, K-Dot. Shout out to you getting that work in. And also, Meek, shout out to you as well. You're finally free. I appreciate that, my brother. I'm happy for you. Finally free after 12 long years. Congrats to you.
Yes, sir.
Also, let's talk about your boy Linsanity.
Oh, you mean the guy that Melo sabotaged, right? When they were in New York. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take it there, but I had to take it there. It's the truth, though. It's the truth. Lin. Jeremy Lin is going to China. You know, he's gonna play professional basketball in China. And honestly, I like it because this means that
Respect to God.
he's gonna actually play, number one. And number two, it's gonna be good for his image and like, you know, his endorsement deals in China.
Bro, stop lying. You don't care about Jeremy Lin going to China, bro.
Bro,
Nobody cares.
he's a net great. I can't hate on him. You know what I'm saying? He's a former net.
He's a net great?
he's a net
Yo,
great.
you're such a fraud, bro. You tell me how he stole money from the Nets and now he's a Nets great? Stop lying. This guy's such a liar.
He did steal
Why
money.
do you, yo, stop the, he did, see, now you're saying he stole money and, yo, this guy's a fraud.
He did.
Fraud.
Is he
fraud. That needs to be
he's-
our segment where we just talk about Rios, where we recap the things and we just go fraud, because
Listen.
he be lying.
Listen, he did steal money. Twice.
All right, so how's he a Nets legend?
Hey man, you know, because without him, we wouldn't have got D'Angelo Russell. So I looked at it like that way. So yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeremy Lin, for you leaving so we can make
It's a
the
domino
playoffs.
effect.
It's exactly. Got to think of the domino.
Listen, I don't care the fact that you went to China. Shout out to you. They forced you out the league and it's over. You had a good career. Shout out to you. You made millions.
Hey.
Go do your thing in China.
You might. Hey, who knows? Melo might join you.
Yo, what's wrong with this guy?
What? What did I do?
Slander Hours. Slander Hours is a segment where we slander people over and over again. And one of our top priorities in slandering is Kobe Bryant.
Hey, listen. There's a clip of Kobe Bryant, and I'm
Who would Shaq be if he had your work ethic?
He'd be the greatest of all time.
If Shaq had your work ethic,
He'd be the greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time by a mile.
Sure. He'd be the first to tell you that, for sure. I mean, this guy was a force like I have never seen. I mean, he was crazy. You know, a guy at that size. Generally, guys at that size are a little timid and they don't want to be tall. They don't want to be big. Man, this dude he did not care. He was mean. He was nasty. He was competitive. He was vindictive. I mean, I wish he was in the gym. I would have had fucking 12 rings.
Hey man, listen. I got some jealousy out of that. Cause you know why? Listen. Shaq was putting up historical game splits while eating Big Macs and, French fries and stuff like that. And, winning MVPs as well. You can't forget that.
Bro, if I'm winning MVPs and eating McFlurries, I don't need to do anything else. I mean, Kobe's kind of a psychopath, but I get what he's saying at this point because you want to be in top shape and you really could have been the best player ever in terms of if you would have put that work effort in. Obviously, Shaq was still great. He was still elite. He was still above everybody, so Shaq probably didn't need to do the things that Kobe is saying.
Most dominant force in the NBA.
Yeah, Kobe did those things because he's a psychopath and he probably needed to do that. Shaq didn't need to do those things because he was just that good. It doesn't matter. Like,
God-given talent.
if you look at Bo Jackson hated practice. He literally thought that it was stupid, and Bo Jackson is one of the greatest players to ever do it.
Greatest athletes, period.
Yeah, so I mean, some people don't need to do the same things you need to do. What works for you works for you, and I know that drive Kobe's crazy, but like, yo, the beef, leave it alone. And Shaq commented underneath his picture saying what?
Pretty much, hey, listen, if you would have passed the ball more often, we would have got 12 rings. Shout out the series in Detroit. And also too, he said, yo, like work ethic doesn't really necessarily mean that you're like a bad player. Like just because you put the time in. I mean, I could imagine, speaking of guys who put in all the work in the gym and you don't see it on the court, it's Carmelo Anthony. So it's kind of the same parallel with that. But I do understand where Shaq is coming from because hey, listen.
What?
It's true. It's
Anyway.
true. All I gotta say is this. It was a little jealousy on Kobe's part. He was jealous. Let's be real. Was he jealous? Yes or no?
I don't know. Like, I just feel like every time I think of Kobe and Shaq, I think of that clip when Kobe's like, eat my ass.
Now that's the difference between first and last place. Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes. Okay, Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes.
my ass, Kobe. Eat my ass. The beef has been going on. It's like they came together, they chopped it up, and it was like, oh, we're friends again. But nah, it's still beef, and Kobe is still mad about Shaq eating them double cheeseburgers because they could have won more rings, and Kobe's a psychopath and he wants more rings. But that goes to my point that Shaq was the best player on that team, so Kobe was probably on the best player on his team twice when he won 2 championships, so Shaq carried Kobe.
Oh, he got carried for the other 2 too as well. We can't disrespect Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum.
All right, I'm not riding that shit. But
sorry.
Anyway, man, but that's been our show. It's your boy J.Bobby.
It's your boy Rios.
And J.Bobby and Rios ain't nothing to fuck with.
Overtime. Yeah. You like that, didn't you? For more scorching hot takes, for real slender hours, and just that plain old good content,
come to J.Bobby and Rios.
Like and subscribe.